Okay, let's smell it. Ooh! Oh no! I got it on my tongue! Oh my god, ow! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I don't actually know if you can even really tell on camera, but I have dyed my hair slightly darker. Well, I didn't do it, my hairdresser did. It's a little bit darker. I didn't go fully brunette. It's kind of just like a dark blonde. I really like it, and I do actually have a vlog about this on my second channel, but today we have got an incredibly exciting video. I am going to be testing R.E.M. Beauty, or R.E.M. Beauty. I think it's supposed to be pronounced R.E.M. because then it's like Ariana Grande. Which, yeah, if you didn't know, it's Ariana Grande's beauty brand. It literally launched last week. And oh my god, I actually got an email from the PR company. I can't remember if I told this story in my previous video or if I ended up cutting it out. I had an email from them asking if I would like to receive some bits from the collection. And I was like, yes. But then when they actually announced the products and I saw on the Instagram all of the products in the collection, I was like, okay, there is no way that the PR package is going to contain every single product because there are so many. So as soon as it launched, I went on the website, I did a massive order of like 2 of everything. And then after I checked out, it came up with a little notification saying, if your order contains one of these products, it won't be shipped until the 3rd of December. And one of the products was the lip stain that I had put in my basket and the order had already gone through. So I emailed the customer service asking if I could just take out the lip stain and they could send the rest of my order, and they replied very quick, but they said that that's not possible. So the rest of my stuff isn't going to be coming until like mid-December. I can't wait that long. I'm so sorry. I will do a second video when everything arrives because I don't have everything here, but I am so grateful to even be on some kind of list somewhere where they thought I was worthy of trying a few of the products. Enough waffle, let's get into it. So this is what the box looks like that I received, and if anyone from the team is watching, I don't know if they have a sort of like UK representative or something that made the decisions, but thank you so much. So it comes with this little card with this stunning picture of Ariana Grande, and if you couldn't tell already, I'm a huge fan. And then there's some information about the products. I was actually lucky enough to have my ears blessed by watching Ariana Grande perform live when she came to the O2 a few years back, where your beauty dreams become reality. And then this is what the box looks like on the inside. So I have got one of the highlighters, I have got the Plumping gloss, just the clear one. I've got the Babydoll eyeshadow palette. I've got a pair of lashes, I've got a mascara, and I've got the black liquid liner. So my base is already done, and I think we will kick stuff off with the highlighter. This is the Interstellar highlighter in Miss Mercury, which I think is the one that I ordered. They had quite a few like funky looking shades. I'm sure they had like a sort of purplish one and maybe like a greeny one, which is not really my thing, and I was kind of worried that maybe that would be one of the shades that I got sent, but this one is the champagne-y sort of colour. And I will actually admit, like, even though I'm a huge fan of Ariana Grande, obviously I'm going to be honest, as I am with all of my testing videos, when I first saw the products that she posted on her Instagram, it kind of gave me flashbacks to like the 2000s and some of the type of products that you would see in Superdrug. But I feel like the pictures were almost a bit misleading, because when this stuff arrived, you get a nice box like this, but the products actually feel quite weighty. Like, I think this is actual, I don't know if it's metal. When it arrived yesterday and I took it out of the box, it felt really cold, but it doesn't feel cold now. But it's like pretty sturdy packaging, and I didn't actually expect it to look like this. And the whole sort of theme around the brand was very like futuristic, intergalactic, and then this is what it looks like on the inside. It's also magnetic, and I love a magnetic closure on a product. It just makes it feel a bit more expensive, and I think that this actually looks nicer than the pictures online almost. Okay, feels pretty nice. Ooh, it's very soft. Oh, that actually looks nicer like swatched on my hand than it does when I just dip my finger in it. It's a very smooth sort of texture. Okay, let's just put it on my face. So I'm just gonna take some on my brush. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. You know what? It's actually not as intense as I thought it was going to be. And what I mean by that is in the pan, it sort of just looks like your bog standard highlighter that comes across quite like stark almost. I thought it was going to look a lot heavier than this on my face, but it actually feels thinner and looks thinner. Like, is that a good way to describe it? Probably not. I do have a little bit of glow on my skin, on my cheek already, just from my Charlotte Tilbury blush. Yeah, this is actually... Oh, it's a lot smoother than I sort of expected it to be. Because in the pan it looks almost like it could appear a little bit chunky, but oh my god. Oh, that is stunning. I thought maybe it might come across a little bit ashy because, I don't know, it's almost got like a pinky sort of undertone. And sometimes on my skin they can come across like a little bit funny looking from the front. But I think it's just sort of like melted in with the rest of my makeup really nicely. Let's put some down my nose. So yeah, in terms of the pricing, I think stuff was actually priced better than I expected. I almost thought that maybe, I don't know, she would charge like $30 for a highlighter. Oh, and also because I spent over $80, I think I spent $238. It was free international shipping over $80. And to be honest, she could have charged whatever for her makeup products and I think people would still buy them. I would still class it as high end though, because for example, like the highlighter was $22, mascara is $15, which isn't bad. Like some drugstore mascaras are almost £15 these days. The lashes are $16, but obviously you can reuse them. The liner was $19, which is on par with sort of like KVD Beauty, the tattoo liner. The eyeshadow palettes were $24, which I don't think is that bad. Like she could have gone higher with it is all I'm saying, but it is still, you know, it's not cheap, but then I wasn't expecting it to be cheap. But I have a feeling the only thing that I thought was slightly overpriced was just the clear gloss. I've actually got a combination of light coming in through my window and I've got two soft boxes as well, but like, can you see the texture of that on my skin? It's not actually highlighting any sort of texture. It doesn't look as intense on this side, maybe because there's like less light, but I think that is really beautiful. And then I just put a bit down my nose and on my brow bone. I'm actually now going to do the gloss just because I'm looking at my lips in the viewfinder and they look a little bit crusty. I kind of wish, obviously, like, I'm not going to pick and choose. I was lucky to even be sent some stuff from the collection, but I do like kind of wish that they'd sent maybe either one of the lip stains or a lipstick or one of like the coloured glosses in the package, because they just sent the clear gloss. So I am gonna put a lip liner on. This is my lip liner from my Revolution lip kits, which are £8 for a lip liner and a tinted lip balm. Shameful plug, but this is what I would use on a daily basis anyway. This really does look like something that you would get free in a magazine when you're like 12 years old. I'm not gonna lie. I love Ariana Grande, but could she not have done something a bit more with the packaging than just a clear squeezy tube of lip gloss? Maybe that was sort of the vibe she was going for, but yeah, it's just a basic bog standard squeezy tube. Let's smell it. Ooh, okay, so it said it's a plumping gloss, but it smells really nice. Normally, as you would have seen in my previous video, plumping glosses give me that like, they make me cringe. And normally when I smell them, my body goes into like fight or flight mode and I just like tense up. This smells delicious. Honestly, that's one of the nicest smelling lip products I've smelled in a while. It's really sweet. It smells like vanilla. So let's put some on and see if my lips grow to the size of Ariana Grande's in the next 5 minutes. It smells so good. Oh no, I got it on my tongue. Oh my god, ow, it stings. Bloody hell. It's already starting to tingle. I put on quite a lot. I didn't think it was going to tingle this much, but it's already tingling. I really hope this can actually help save my lips because they're really dry today and they're kind of like wrinkly in the middle. Do you see how they're a bit wrinkly? Let's see if that goes away. In terms of the texture, it actually feels really nice. It's not stringy. It feels very moisturising. So far so good, but bloody hell, it is actually really tingling. It feels a lot like the Too Faced lip injection. Let's move on to the eyes. I'm just gonna prime my eyelids. This is just the NARS tinted eye base in the shade Light. I don't think it could have been an Ariana Grande makeup release without a winged liner, not wing liner, liquid liner, or some kind of liner to do a wing, and some like cat eye lashes. So I'm so happy that she put those in there. I kind of wish that she'd put in a blush, but then that's just my personal preference. Or I was maybe even expecting like a couple different shades of liquid liner. I know this is just the first launch. She's got loads more products coming apparently because it said chapter 1. The eyeshadow palette I have got, it's called the Midnight Shadows eyeshadow palette. I've got the shade Babydoll. Again, it comes in the box with the embossed logo. Again, I thought it was just going to be some like cheap plastic packaging because I swear like they didn't really show the top of the packaging, but I'm sure that this is metal. It's really sturdy and it like actually feels quite weighty. And again, it's magnetic and it is sort of like domed like that, and actually on the back as well. So this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna start off with, let's actually start off with this one, which is the second deepest shade, which is a matte, just on my outer corners. All right, it's pretty pigmented. I'm not too sure why I'm doing it like this. Oh wow, it's actually really pigmented. So let's try and sort of wing this out a little bit. And with most of my eyeshadow looks, hi, if you're new to my channel, I'm not a professional makeup artist. I am just someone who has tested makeup on the internet for the past 5 years. So yeah, my skills are not perfect, but hopefully I can still do a decent review because I've tried so many products in my life. Yeah, this shade is really nice. Well, I've messed this side up already. Let's then go in with this one, the middle shade, which is sort of like a, well, for me, it's like a transition shade, but obviously it depends on your skin tone. And I'm just gonna use that around the edges of this colour to sort of blend it out a little bit. I'm just bringing that into like the inner part of my crease, and let's sort of put some on my eyelid as well. I always have one eye that goes so much better than the other. Like this one is going so much better. I feel like, can you see there's a little bit there of just, like I'm trying to blend the two of them together. Maybe I just need to add a little bit more of the darker shade, but there's almost like a line where they meet and then haven't sort of blended as well. I think I just sort of fixed it by adding a little bit more of the darker shade. And then just going to take some of this lighter shade, and I'm actually probably going to mix some of that with the medium one just to like blend this all the way up to my brow bone and make sure that it's like as sort of diffused as I can get it. And let's just go back into a bit of that darkest shade, and yeah, I don't know. Oh, I've got an eyebrow hair that I just need to pluck. Get out of my eyelid. I think this is looking quite nice so far. Now that I've added all of those colours, they seem to be blending together pretty well. It did take a little bit of work when it was just those two shades, but now that I've added in the transition sort of colour and the lighter one, it seems to have blended pretty nicely. I'm going to try the shimmers with the brush and see how we go. But usually I find that shimmers work best with your finger anyway. They look pretty pigmented. They're not blowing my mind, but let's put them on my eyes and see if they give that sort of like softer look. So I'm gonna take this gold one first, and then I will go in with this one sort of like a bit further inwards on my eyelid. Oh, maybe this will work actually with the brush. Actually, it definitely picks up on the brush. And then as I'm applying it, it looks nice and it looks glowy and sort of soft. However, there's not a whole lot of sparkle in it. Like I wish that it had some more shimmer, because it on your eyelid, it almost looks more of like a satin than a shimmer. Do you get what I mean? Like it's got a bit of shimmer when I do this, but then you can't really like see it when I open my eyes. I do have a tiny bit of fallout on my face, but to be honest, I get that with pretty much every shimmer eyeshadow that I try and apply with a brush. Let's go in with my finger instead, and hopefully this will intensify it a little bit more. It definitely does go on better with your finger. Yeah, look, like it's packing on that pigment, but it just doesn't look super shimmery. I wish that it had some more like glittery, shimmery bits in it. That was a little bit disappointing. I was hoping it would be like super shimmery, but it's just not. Okay, let's try the lighter one and hope that it works a bit better on the other side of my brush. This one's kind of the same. It's maybe got a little bit more shimmer actually, this lighter colour, but I just want it to give me something more, you know? Don't get me wrong, like it's a very soft eyeshadow and it's applying really nicely and it looks really smooth, but I just wish that there was some more like glitteriness to it or shimmer to it. And then on the very outer corners of my eyes, I'm going to take the darkest shade, which is this brown, and I'm just going to add a little bit of this just to make it even more smoky. I've almost done like a little mini wing with it, but not really. Sorry if you can hear James washing his hair. By the way, in terms of the plumping gloss, my lips look ever so slightly less wrinkly. I think I did something, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they look bigger, but then a lot of plumping glosses, they only tend to last for like 15 minutes anyway. I can still feel it tingling a little bit. I'm just quickly gonna take like all of the matte shades on my lower lash line, starting with the middle one. This is what the eyes look like. You know what? It actually does look really pretty. Like the colours look very soft and the mattes actually blended really nicely together. It does look nice, but I like, personal preference, I wish that those shimmers had a bit more shimmer. So then I'm testing the, what is this called? At the Borderline eyeliner marker in Midnight Black. Ariana is known for her signature wing. Maybe not so much anymore actually. A lot of her looks recently, she hasn't been doing the wing, but she had to have a liquid liner in here. The packaging is matte white, which is an interesting choice because this is probably going to get dirty really easily. And it's like a felt tip. It's not a brush, it's like an actual felt tip, which is pretty flexible. I tested this on my hand yesterday. It's really black. And when I went to wash it off, I was like washing it with water and soap and it was actually a bit difficult to remove. So I'm going to guess that this isn't going to smudge, but I guess we'll find out. First impressions, it's very black. My eyeliner wings did not go to plan. This one is at such a different angle to this one. What I feared would happen has happened. Because the end of this is so skinny and it is a felt tip, once you've sort of used it once, the end almost like bends over a little bit and it's not like as precise as it was. So it's because the nib is like so flexible, it's almost a little bit difficult to make it super sharp because now that's sort of bent. I don't actually really know if you can see, it's like just the very top of it has ever so slightly bent. I don't know if you can see, which is such a shame because it's a really black liner. Let me just fix this with some concealer. I've got to say though, like on my hand, that's going nowhere. So this is how the eyeliner turned out. Maybe just ignore that one. It's a really good formula. I just think the brush, like, it's just a little bit difficult to work with because it does bend a little bit too much. I think if they had that formula and one of like the bristle brush tips, it would be 10 out of 10. Okay, so the mascara that I've got is the Volumising mascara. I think she had two. I think there was a lengthening one and a volumizing one. And again, metal packaging. It feels like quite a weighty mascara. This is what the packaging looks like. The brush has almost got like little gaps in it. Okay, initial impressions, it's very dry. It's not a wet mascara at all. Like it feels like a dry formula, which I usually tend to like because you can get more volume with them because they grip your lashes a bit better, but it's doing a pretty decent job. It almost feels like it's too dry though, that it's sort of struggling to get the product onto my lashes. I'm having to like wiggle it around a lot for the product to actually come off onto them. I'm interested to try the lengthening mascara because this one is supposed to be the volumizing one. It's not giving me tons of volume or length. It's okay, but I just think the formula is a little bit too dry. I hate to be negative again. I've definitely got mascaras that do a better job than this, if I'm being honest. And obviously I do have the liner on, like the black liquid liner, which makes it a little bit more difficult to tell, but from what I can see, it's decent, but yeah, it's just a bit too dry. I find that a lot of mascaras tend to like almost like transfer onto my under eyes and like up here. So we'll see how it lasts throughout the day. It looks really nice on my lower lashes actually. It's done a pretty good job. This is the last thing that I'm going to be testing. This is the eyelashes. She had two pairs of lashes. These are the Dream lashes in Eternally Meowing because they're that sort of like cat eye effect. This is what they look like in the box. So it doesn't come with any glue. You just get the lashes like this. I'm just going to use like the eyeliner glue. Oh wow, they're so lightweight. They are so like flexible and really, really lightweight. They've got a clear band. They feel like nothing, which is great because sometimes my eyes get irritated by lashes. I'm just gonna place them on and see if I need to trim them. You know what? I'm literally just gonna trim off one little lash off the end of this. Shit. Okay, be careful with them. They're very delicate. I nearly almost just broke that. Okay, let's try and put this on. So this is one lash on and then one lash off. I actually really like them. That was so easy to put on. Because they're so lightweight and they're so flexible, they don't sort of want to like ping back into the shape that they were, if you get what I mean. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry fully because at the moment you can see like a little bit of the the band, because the band is like a clear plastic. It almost stands out a little bit against the black liner. And also this one is slightly misshapen from where I took it out, so just be very, very careful with them. This is the lashes. I think they look really pretty actually. I might just go over with a bit of the black liner just to sort of try and colour the band in a little bit and blend it in a bit better, which has actually worked very well. I'm just actually going to add a little bit more blush and bronzer because my face feels quite flat. This is what everything looks like. It's kind of mixed if I'm honest. I think my favourite thing was probably the highlighter. So this is what the makeup is looking like 5 hours later. To be honest, oh, that's pinky. I haven't really done anything strenuous. I've literally been sitting on the sofa editing. But the mascara hasn't smudged, which is great. Whereas the rest of my skin has gone oily, but the mascara hasn't smudged at all, which is great. The eyeshadow's all still there. Obviously the lip gloss came off. The highlighter's still there, but I'm just like, my whole face now looks glowy because I'm oily, but it's lasting pretty well. So this has been me testing R.E.M. Beauty. I nearly called it Rare Beauty. But speaking of Rare Beauty, Selena Gomez, can you please like take note from R.E.M. and add international shipping as an option? Please? Right, I am obviously going to link everything down below like I usually do. So if you guys want to shop any of these products, I will list the website down below. And I promise you guys when my other stuff arrives, I will definitely do another video or like include it in a video or something, or maybe do a whole other video. I'm just going to answer a question of the day as I usually do in my videos. So if you guys have got any questions for me, leave them down below with the hashtag question of the day.
Absolutely stunning. Shall I go?
Today's question comes from Charlie Cullinan and they have said, love the new video, Soph, we missed you. Thank you. Do you feel like the Christmas spirit has gone for you, or do you still feel it? Do you feel yourself having to force yourself into the mood, and what do you do to get yourself feeling festive? You know what? The past couple years, I feel like my Christmas spirit is just going down and down and down. Christmas is my favourite time of year and I always used to get so excited for it in like September. But these past couple years, I have kind of had to force myself to get in the Christmas spirit. I might actually put my Christmas decorations up next week, like end of November, just to try and force myself into the Christmas mood. So that is one thing that I do. Another thing that I do is obviously listen to Christmas music. Maybe just like watch some Christmassy videos. I feel like it does kind of go as you get older, which is really sad because I love Christmas, but I just last year just didn't feel the same. So I'm gonna try this year. I'm gonna really try and get in the Christmas spirit. I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you enjoyed it down below. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!